So he is a 54-year male patient. He came to hospital with complaining of history of self-fall and followed by pain and swelling in his knee joint. And knee joint pain and swelling with loss of stability. So how to differentiate, like if the patient is having any history of self-fall which followed by pain and swelling, you have to go for the X-ray to see that whether it is a fracture in any bone or not. As this patient is not having so much tender swelling, so even after that we took an X-ray. X-ray shows up there is normal bones, everything. So what you have to do is we have to see for the other structures in the knee joint. So what are the other structures that involve in the knee joint? So there are four major structures, like there is just anterior to the knee joint there is anterior cruciate ligament, and posterior to the knee joint there is posterior cruciate ligament. In the both side, medial and lateral, there is something like meniscus is there. So either there is a tear in the meniscal or the anterior cruciate ligament or posterior cruciate ligament that leads to patient instability of the knee joint. That like patient is during walking, patient will feel that something clicking and sees patient trying to fall. This is the sensation they are getting. Most probably 90% of the patients with the history of self-fall, there will be tear that is involved only in the anterior cruciate ligament is the usually the most affected part. So anterior ligament tear is the very common. So what you have to do is whether we have to because this investigation is so costly, investigation like 4,000, 5,000 investigation. What you have to do is, if you know the correct clinical examination to find any ligament injury or any meniscal injury, if you do clinical examination, after that only you have to advise, right? Because unnecessary, if you are not doing any clinical examination, unnecessary if you are advising, he may require 4 to 5,000 rupees unnecessary loss. So what you have to do is first you have to examination. So I am examining now. So we have to expose the part clearly. So you just compare both the knee joints. So this knee joint is having arambit, right? Loose arambit coat. Now this knee joint is having normal, like there is no swelling, no edema, nothing is there. As compared to this knee joint, you can see this, there is a huge mild swelling is there here. So you can see this swelling now. So it may be a effusion. So how to examine the effusion now? So we have to examination effusion. We have to make like this, like fluid, everything should be come in the joint spaces. So what you have to do with our hand, we can there is a popliteal bone is there, no? We have to press this bone. So by pressing this bone, if the fluid is in between the fluid, that popliteal bone will be the staying here. So if you press from above patella bone will be moving like this. Okay, you can feel this patella bone move. We are pressing the bone patella, and this is moving in between the fluid. Like I am feeling like watery movements, like I am feeling. So this is a effusion. So we found that there is a effusion. So, okay, to cause this effusion, either it may be an anterior cruciate ligament injury or a posterior cruciate ligament injury, or the medial meniscal injury or the lateral meniscal injury. To this, there are four types. Only these injuries leads to effusion. So it is a effusion now. As you can just see this ecchymosis developed here. You can see this black color ecchymosis is there. So as it is a medially developed black color ecchymosis, there may be chances of medial meniscal injury. There are tests we'll do laterally. Now by inspection only we can find this ecchymosis here. In the same way, lateral side there is no ecchymosis, anything is there. See, everything is clear now here. But in the compared to here, he is having ecchymosis here. Okay. So what you have to do, there is some test called anterior drawer sign and a posterior drawer sign. So anterior drawer sign is to diagnose the anterior cruciate ligament injury. So anterior cruciate ligament injury will be held like this. This test, the anterior drawer sign is done to rule out the anterior cruciate ligament injury, and the posterior drawer sign is to rule out the posterior ligament injury. And there is something called valgus pressure and the varus pressure. If you knee joint make toward the medial and you press both these limbs like this, then it is a valgus pressure. If you give valgus pressure is positive, then it means that there is a medial meniscal injury. So if you give varus pressure, if it is moving during the varus pressure, then it is most likely to become a lateral meniscal injury. Just will perform now. First will perform, as it is a ecchymosis here, we are suspecting medial meniscal injury. We'll give some valgus pressure now. Loose bitre kaal aram se. You can see this movement of the limbs. See, See, you can see this movement. Okay. Is it appreciated?
Well appreciated.
ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಪೂರ ತೋರಿಸು. See this movement now. This much in it is moving laterally, but this is positive. Now this is, I am giving varus pressure now. I am pressing, like I am pulling this limb, I am pressing this thigh. So there is no any movement during the varus pressure. Of course there is, I am pressing this limb and pulling the thigh. Now there is a movement here. See, this is called as valgus pressure. So this valgus pressure presence means there is something called meniscal injury is there here. We can see the normal limbs. So there is no any movement even after giving varus pressure, even after giving valgus pressure. There is no movement of the knee joint. In the same way it is moving like, see this is moving. So this is a positive meniscal tear. And one more test we have to perform, the anterior cruciate ligament injury to suspect this one, anterior drawer sign. Just make the patient to bend. Madhusri. So if you press, if you hold and if you pull this this part, then if it is moving in this part, it directly means that there is a anterior cruciate tear. And if you hold like this and if you press like this, if it is moving posteriorly, then it is a indirectly meaning of posterior drawer sign injury, posterior drawer sign positive. So I am pressing, loose bit, pura loose bit. I am pressing and I am pulling like this. See this movement, you can easily appreciate it. I am pressing, yes, his joint is moving. So it indirectly mean that there is a cruciate ligament injury is there here. That injury only forms the effusion here. You can see effusion also here, and this is moving forwardly. So there is a anterior cruciate ligament tear. Now I am giving a posterior drawer sign I am doing. In the same, if you press posteriorly, there is no movement, means there is intact posterior ligament. So one more thing is, in the posterior side, any cyst, anything is there, means you have to see. Posteriorly we have to see. And from the posterior side, we can see the cyst now. There is a well defined regular cyst is there. That is not ruptured cyst. How to differentiate whether it is ruptured or not? If it is ruptured, that will form, ecchymosis will form here. There is no ecchymosis, the only fresh is there, but we are having some cyst here. If it is a non-tender and not hard structure, it is a soft, non-tender and not fixed swelling in the posterior side. It is also called as Baker cyst or the popliteal cyst. That to size of around, you can see maximum 3 cm into 3 cm size. So this is the size. So what you have to see now, we did all the examinations of the knee joint and we advised MRI also. So MRI shows of see this, we are found that anterior drawer sign was positive. So anterior cruciate ligament shows the sprain or the partial tear. There was not moving properly, so it is a partial tear. Yes, tear is definitely there. That's why it's found the effusion. So it is a mild joint effusion also there here. And there is we found the ecchymosis was there, and we found some minimal meniscal injury may be there. Yes, you can see this grade 2 signal in the posterior horn of the medial meniscus. You can see this medial meniscus and the lateral meniscus. So swelling and sprain muscles around the knee. And we found that there is a Baker cyst. See this 7 into 25 into 34 millimeter size unruptured popliteal cyst. So this is the examination.